The top stories: Ethiopians celebrate the 17th National Flag Day nationwide. And the Minister of Planning and Development says agroecology is crucial to address Africa's food security challenges. Welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, with the latest news highlights of the hour. I am Tabitha John. We begin our news transmission by wishing all Ethiopians a happy National Flag Day. We'll be back after the following short transition. Ethiopians celebrated the National Flag Day nationwide with a commitment to maintain the unity, sovereignty and territorial integrity and foster peace and development endeavors. The Flag Day was celebrated at the House of People's Representatives with the presence of President Taye Atqassilase, Speaker of the House of Federation Agenyaw Teshager, Parliament Speaker Taggese Cafu and other high-ranking officials. In his opening remarks, President Taye emphasized the flag as a powerful symbol of the nation's multinational unity and sovereignty achieved through the sacrifices of past generations. He highlighted the flag's representation of national solidarity, patriotism and social cohesion, stating the national flag is an emblem of our sacrifices, freedom, sovereignty and territorial integrity. Reflecting on Ethiopia's historical context, the president noted how the nation preserved its sovereignty and freedom, united under the flag against foreign adversaries. He urged current generations to commit to the ongoing peace, development and prosperity of Ethiopia, drawing inspiration from their ancestors' dedication. President Taye stressed that the Ethiopian flag has inspired people of Africans and others who were under colony worldwide in their struggles for freedom and independence, influencing the colors of flags in African and Caribbean nations. The president concluded by urging unity and patriotism akin to that seen in the collective efforts behind the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam GERD, reinforcing the vision for a strong and prosperous nation. The Office of the Prime Minister, the House of People's Representatives, the Ministry of Defense, offices of regional government administrations, among others, have celebrated the Flag Day, resonating the message themed National Flag for our unity, sovereignty and elevation of Ethiopia. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the National Flag Day is a historic occasion to reaffirm our commitment to the unity, sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ethiopia. This morning, the leadership and staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs commemorated the 17th National Flag Day, celebrated under the theme, Our Flag for Our National Unity, Sovereignty and the Elevation of Ethiopia. Speaking on the occasion, State Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Misganu Arega, said, National Flag Day is a historic day on which we renew our vows to the unity, sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ethiopia, as well as celebrate those who paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of their homeland. State Minister Misganu stated that our flag symbolizes not only our sacrifice for independence, but also serves as a powerful icon of Pan-Africanism and unity in diversity. National Flag Day in Ethiopia is celebrated annually under the auspices of the House of People's Representatives to promote national unity, sovereignty, and the country's development.
በርካታ ወንዞች ይገኛሉ ብሔራዊ ፓርካችን ውስጥ ከነዚህም ለሀገሪቷ ኢኮኖሚ ሁሉ ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ የሚያደርጉ ወደ 55 የሚደርሱ ትላልቅና መካከለኛ ወንዞችና ጅረቶች
55 of Ethiopia's rivers and streams with significant contribution to the nation's development flow from the high grounds of the park all the way to the Omo River. As you very well know, the new Kosha hydroelectric project located in the southwest of the country is the second of a cascade of dams next to the GERD. With an installed capacity of 2,200 megawatt, the dam is another blessing originating from this park. As far as waterfalls formed in the upper states of rivers, we have no less than 10 falls in and around the park.
The Zigna River, several lakes, waterfalls like the Barbo, and others including a hot spring from hydrological features are in the park. This has necessitated the installation of facilities for water tourism. Tourists are provided with efficient means of transport along these hydrological features.
The Minister of Planning and Development, Fitsum Assefa, said agroecology is crucial in addressing Africa's food security challenges. This remark was made during the first 1000 Youth Summit on Food Systems and Agroecology commenced in Addis Ababa. Goshu Melissa reports.
Thousands of users drawn from 50 African countries are gathering in Addis Ababa to discuss on food system and agroecology. Addressing the summit, Minister of Planning and Development Fitsum Assefa underscored agroecology is an important issue for Africa to address food system and climate challenges.
Africa's contribution to climate change is minimal, accounting for less than 4% of total global emissions, but the consequences are severe, especially on agriculture, food production, and food systems. This is why agroecology is so important. Agroecology provides a comprehensive, environmentally friendly farming methods that values local knowledge, protects biodiversity, and honors the environment. This summit, also known as Summit of Solutions, is expected to outline solutions for the challenging issues of African food sovereignty through African youth innovations in the face of climate crisis.
Board Chair of Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa, Fasil Gabayo, for his part said agroecology is more than a method of farming, it is a way of life.
Africa is a land of abundance. We have rich soils, diverse ecosystems, and communities steeped in indigenous knowledge. Yet we face enormous challenges like climate change, unsustainable agricultural practices, and corporate-driven models of food production are threatening the future of our food sovereignty. And these times, as the global food system continues to industrialize, we must ask ourselves, how can Africa nourish itself in a way that is sustainable, resilient, and just? The answer lies in agroecology. Agroecology is more than a method of farming, it is a way of life. It respects biodiversity, protects our environment, and ensures food sovereignty for our communities.
Meanwhile, participants stated that agroecology is not just a farming method, but a way of life essential for sustainable development.
Globally, agroecology is gaining momentum as the future of farming, as the main solution to all of these issues. And additionally, agroecology promotes better access to land, to infrastructure, and to funding, which is better able to set us up on our journey in agriculture.
The summit is expected to discuss on transformative topics and potential innovations in food systems and agroecology.
The Pan-African Lawyers Union, PALU, the premier continental forum of and for lawyers and lawyers association in Africa, will hold its 14th annual General Assembly meeting in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. During the General Assembly to be held this coming Wednesday and Thursday, it is expected to bring together the continent's regional and national lawyers associations and over 400 country representatives. Approached by EBC World, President of Ethiopian Federal Advocates Association and Vice President of East Africa PALU, Theodros Getachew, stressed that multifaceted issues striking the African continent will be tabled during the General Assembly. Take a listen to this.
Yeah, well, the meeting is going to take at least a week, and as PALU tradition, today we are starting the executive committee meeting, and it will be held today and tomorrow. And as per the agendas, there are lots of agendas to be dealt with on these 2 days, and reporters from the 5 regions of the African continent will be presented, from Eastern Africa, Western Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa and Northern Africa. So all those 5 regions will bring the reports to the executive committee, to the board, and they will be dealt specifically. So the other issue probably which we are going to deal with is the tracking issues that are ongoing in the African continent. There are lots of issues. There are lots of issues that are directly related to PALU's mandates taken by the Constitution. So PALU is, as you know, it's a combination of the 54 African countries bar associations. It's consisted all the 54 bar associations and 5 regional bodies like SADICLA, East African Law Society, and the like. There are also many other organizational membership that are under the umbrella of PALU.
Vice President of West Africa PALU, Joyce Odua, for her part, reiterated that economic aspects of Africa and rule of law are amongst the major issues to be raised, she added.
Yes, the major issues that are going to be tabled on the table will be the rule of law. You know, rule of law is very crucial. You find out that most of the leaders, they tend to breach that. You find out that the rule of law, they don't rule by law. You know, rule of law means you using the Constitution or any law, statutes created by your House of Assembly or the legislature to rule your people. But you find out that most of the time, these people, they leave that, they abandon that, and find out that the court can give judgment and they will not abide by that. And things can happen because A is rich. Because A is rich, you find out the law that will apply to A will be different from B that is poor. So we're going to look at the rule of law and make sure that no, the rule of law must stand. That is how, because one of the aims and objective of PALU is to make sure that countries maintain rule of law, obey the rule of law. So that is what we're going to look at. That is going to be one of it. Another one is going to be the economic aspect of Africa. You know, Africa, like we know, Africa is blessed with all the resources you can think about. Human resources, excellent, top-notch. Because you find out that whenever any of us in Africa leave out and go outside to work, you find out that we come up top. But when you're in Africa, no. And also you find out that our currency, most of our economy now is not doing well in Africa. It's not supposed to be so. We have lands where we can farm. Why is it that our economy is bad? It's because most of us in Africa, most countries rely on importation.
Founded in 2002, PALO was established to reflect the aspirations and concerns of the African people and to promote and defend their shared interests. And finally, in business, Toyo Solar has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ethiopian Investment Commission to invest $60 million to establish its first solar cell manufacturing factory in Ethiopia. In addition to signing the MOU, Toyo Solar also secured investment permit today to set up its factory in Hawassa Industrial Park on a total of more than 3 hectares of land. According to the EIC, the new plant is projected to produce 15.5 million solar cells each month. The project is expected to enhance skills development in the solar energy sector, generate foreign currency earnings, and create around 1,000 jobs, playing a significant role in the solar industry. The MOU was signed by Zelleka Temesgen, EIC Deputy Commissioner, and Li Huayang, General Manager of Toyo Solar Manufacturing, one-member PLC. You're watching ABC World, a reminder of the top stories. Ethiopians celebrate the 17th National Flag Day nationwide. And the Minister of Planning and Development says agroecology is crucial to address Africa's food security challenges. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. And once again, happy National Flag Day to all Ethiopians.